From the national headquarters of RT America in our nation's capital, hello again, everybody. I'm Rick Sanchez. This is an important story tonight. This is important information that we want to share with you. There is news tonight that the Trump administration will continue using drones for the purposes of essentially killing or assassinating our enemies. It's a program that began under President Obama and will now continue, but in a more secretive form under President Trump. And think about that, though, for a minute. The official public policy of our country involves assassinating people. See, there was a time in America when that would have been considered an outlandish concept. In fact, we as a country were once shocked when we heard this type of thing even happened, right? Have you ever heard of the Church Committee? The Church Committee. All right, I'm going to put it up. See that guy right there? That's handsome black and white picture of Frank Church. He was a senator from Idaho who chaired the Senate committee that found out that the CIA was going around assassinating people, that there were plots to kill foreign leaders. And this country, our journalistic community went bonkers with that. The committee determined that the CIA was actually trying to assassinate people like Patrice Lumumba of Congo, Rafael Trujillo, the president of the Dominican Republic, President Diem of Vietnam, President Schneider of Chile, Cuba's Fidel Castro, and of course we actually did assassinate Salvador Allende because we didn't like his policies. He was elected, by the way, democratically. Those are just the plots that became public. President Gerald Ford, he didn't want this report to be made public. But it didn't matter. Frank Church said, no, we're going to release this. The people in the United States need to know this, right? So he released it. As a result, in 1981, President Reagan signed Executive Order 12333. It's a prohibition on assassination. No person employed by or acting on behalf of the United States government shall engage in or conspire to engage in assassination. So there. It's final. The U.S. does not, will not assassinate. The CIA, the hawks, the neocons were, critics would say, finally stopped, put in their place. We're America. We don't go around killing people with without some type of due process, right? We just don't do that. Well, that was then. So what changed? 9/11. 9/11 changed everything. Let me show you, in fact, when America got back in the business of assassinations. Okay? It's called the House and Senate Joint Resolution 23 and 64. That's what this is. I'm going to read to you from the actual document, right? The resolution. It essentially says the president can now use all necessary and appropriate force against those nations, organizations, or persons he determines planned, authorized, committed, or aided the terrorist attacks that occurred on September 11th, 2001, or harbored such organizations or persons, in order to prevent any future acts of intentional terrorism against the United States by such nations, organizations, or, key word here, persons. So we can kill. Since then, those added words I just read you in this U.S. policy, that resolution, has given the United States pretty much carte blanche to kill or assassinate without due process. No warrants, no courts, nothing. And we've never looked back since then. President Bush used it. President Obama expanded its use. And now President Trump seems to be remaking, he's essentially setting back in order what the Church Committee said America should never allow. A secret, clandestine assassination program that's going to be run out of the White House. This is the news with Rick Sanchez, where we believe in giving you the background necessary to truly understand the stories of the day, because we believe it's time to do news again. I'm Rick Sanchez. You found us on YouTube, and that's awesome. But you know what? I'm also live every night at 7 and 8 p.m. Eastern on DirecTV and Dish and cable and satellite, the RT app, and Pluto TV. I'll see you there.